get ready to take on the team that took you twice last year, including in the championship game?
I think Coach said the best. This is discipline versus discipline, tough versus tough, smart versus smart. So it's exciting to know. We know what we're going to get. We know that they're going to be well coached. We know that they're going to run the ball, and we know what we have to attack.
Yeah. How do you feel about this team's readiness to take on their defense? That's strength versus strength. Your offense, 7th in the nation. Their defense, number 2 in the nation.
Yeah, I think it's an exciting matchup for us. I think that we feel really comfortable with what we see on film and how our offense is flowing right now. Obviously, statistically, I think those guys are at the top of the charts for defense, and it excites us to play a team like that because we know we have to go out there and prove ourselves. Nothing's gonna, we're not really gonna get cheap ones. We're gonna have to earn everything that we can. But that's how we are as a practice. Every day at practice, we come out here, grind. So it's gonna show up Saturday.
There's really nothing subtle about Stanford football, is there? Really?
No, you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna walk out there pre-gaming and see those 300-pounders, and you're gonna be like, all right, let's ready to roll. But I think the fact that we got to play them twice last year has really helped for this game.
Yeah, no question.
Coach was saying that Taylor took some snaps today, and he expects both of you guys to play in the game. Does that kind of give you a little bit of a benefit where maybe Stanford, has got to prepare for 2 guys?
Yeah, Taylor's rocking the lineman cleats for all the extra support. We've been giving a little bit of crap for that, but it's exciting. It's exciting. Honestly, whatever. When I step inside the white lines, if it's 5 snaps or 50 snaps, I'm going to give it my all. I know what the looks are. I'm prepared. I've been watching my film, meeting extra time with Coach. So, I'm really excited to see Taylor get back on the field because I know how bad he wants. I can imagine being a senior and having it take away from you for UCLA and USC. But like I said, when I step out there, it's just going to be, let's get 11 guys going in the right direction.
Is there any particular player that stands out in your mind or feeling in that Pac-12 South championship game that you remember, or do you just try to forget that game?
On a positive side, that play where DJ took it on the stretch and took it right up the middle. It was such a great feeling. I know, for me, we were wearing the maroon and gold, so traditional against the big Stanford defense. And it's exciting to know that we can really move the ball. And there's no reason that, they're big up front, we can't run. No way. We proved that we can do it. It's just let's try and get ahead this time and not play catch up versus, really playing our football, converting on 3rd downs and everything's, we're going to get those fans what they want to see.
When you just look at all the upsets that have happened the last couple of weeks within the Pac-12 and outside of it, is it just kind of, exciting to just know that any team can beat any team?
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, there's 85 scholarships on the other side of the ball everywhere you play. So it doesn't really surprise us college football players because, if you prepare right and you come out there on Saturday, Thursday, Friday, whatever it may be, with the right mentality, of being a championship caliber team, any team can win. Obviously rankings are great and whatnot, but you've seen Appalachian State beat Michigan at Michigan before. So it's just, obviously the rankings are great and predictions, but we know that no matter where we stand, we're going to go against Stanford this Saturday, competing as if the Rose Bowl championship is on the line scrimmage.
We talked last week about obviously the progress you make from one start to the second. What kind of progress can you make in the third?
There's so much that I'm learning day to day right now. Timing is a big thing. Timing is getting, really cleaned up on my part specifically, and just kind of that overall confidence, like I've said, from the O-line, receivers, just kind of being who I truly am on the field, a commander, kind of screaming, yelling, ripping some guys' butts. Sometimes I had to rip D-wrist today, a young freshman, but basically it's just kind of that command of the offense, command that when people look at you, when they look in your eyes, they know, you've done it before, kind of. Obviously, like I said, going to the UCLA game, a lot of guys haven't really seen me. They see me perform in practice, but not really underneath the lights, and that's a big thing. So basically, it's just being a commander and being the quarterback of the offense and quarterback of the team.
You think those guys are responding more now?
Yeah, absolutely. They always have. They've always been great towards me, but more than ever now, I feel like I'm getting a lot of respect. Me and Taylor both get respected so well because we have such a great character team. So it's just exciting week to week, just growing in that facet.
Stanford's giving up 10 points a game. That's unheard of in a Power 5 conference. What makes this defense tick even better than it did last year?
They're so disciplined. There's sometimes when you play an undisciplined team, sometimes they make plays because it's like, they weren't supposed to do that. But this team, you know what you're going to expect. We know how we're going to attack them, and we know how they're going to respond to it, and some of their adjustments, basically. So, credit to them. We watch them on film. We know that they're great. we know that they're a great team, but basically we got to worry on ourselves basically.
How much of a challenge is it just having to split time? You know, kind of this uncertainty of who should be starting on this big game.
You know, I've split time as long as I've been here, so 4 years I've been splitting time, so that's not really a big deal to me. It's exciting and inspiring for our team to see Taylor in that green jersey go out there and, you know, do what he can right now and basically move forward. And if I get, like I said, if I get 5 snaps, it's no different if I get 50 snaps. I'm going to give the same effort, and I'm going to do everything I can to move the chains.
There's so much talk about Stanford's front seven. Let's talk about their secondary. I mean, how does it compare to a team like USC, which is very talented too?
Yeah, I know. I've recruited Zach Hoffpower out here on his visit, so I kind of have a little relationship with him, which is, you know, it's nice to see how well he's doing on film. But basically, we know what they got. We know they got 2 good safeties, some mature corners, and that nickel guy. And they're doing a great job. I mean, we watched them play Notre Dame, who's a very quality opponent, and did well. But basically, like I said, we got some horses out there. We got Jalen, DJ, Gary, Cameron. It's going to be an exciting matchup for us.
I know you don't care about the numbers, but you expect much more modest numbers this weekend just because of the caliber of defense.
No, I would like modest points. That would be. I mean, the stats are great, but I would love to see us get into the 40s and 50s, back to where Coach Norvell and this offense has been.
You and Gary Chambers kind of had a similar rise in the program, both kind of getting your shot this year. What have you seen from him?
Yeah, we're part of the 2011 class. There's very few left. I think I can count them on my hand. He's probably the most improved player that I've seen throughout my entire experience here. I think if you would have seen 4 years ago, you would have think that he would never look the way he is now. But that's just a credit to his work ethic in the weight room in the off season, and he's a big target. He's really a big target. He gives some linebackers and nickels mismatches. So it's exciting to see him grow week to week.
When you say 30, 40, large number of points against Stanford, it just doesn't seem like that's feasible. Teams just don't do that. I mean, you really think you guys could go out and potentially score that many points?
Well, obviously, I mean, like I said, some coach was saying, normally get 14 drives a game. Obviously, with the style of the offense that they run, they kind of clock the ball a little bit more, so you might not get as many chances. But we notice a lot of times when we don't move the ball, it's self-inflicted. Credit to the defense; they do a great job, obviously, for the last couple of weeks. But we know if we do what we need to do, we're going to keep going. We're going to make explosive plays, and obviously, as you see, we have a very high capability of being explosive this year, and owning the football, not turning the ball over, converting on third downs, and we can easily get up to 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever it may be.